There are collective assumptions. There is groupthink. There is collective ego. It is easier to defend assumptions from being questioned within a group, which is exactly why humans are so tribal and groupish. Because it's actually easier to deceive yourself when you're doing it as part of a collective activity with a tribe where everybody else is also deceiving themselves. That makes the deception look like reality. You see, like, for example, if I just print out a piece of paper on my printer and I say, this is a $100 bill, and this is actually worth something, and it's very, very important. If I just do that for myself and nobody else does that, and money doesn't exist, let's say, in this situation, if I just print that for myself, is that going to have a lot of meaning for me? This concept of money, this piece of paper I printed out. Let's say I print out a piece of paper that says $1 million on it, $1 million bill. Is that going to, am I going to wake up in the morning and be like, oh my God, I'm this powerful millionaire? No, it means nothing. It's just my own personal fiction. But if every person agrees that this is $1 million bill, and agrees to actually exchange this for goods and services, then this $1 million bill actually becomes highly meaningful and highly valuable. You see? And so this is how humanity generates a lot of its power. It's through these collective fictions. But there's a cost. It's sort of amazing that we're able to construct these collective fictions, whether it's religion or media or science or money or whatever. Cryptocurrency nowadays. I mean, this is effectively what cryptocurrency is. And it's worth like trillions of dollars. Some of them anyways. And so, I mean, that's quite remarkable, but there's always a hidden cost. And the hidden cost is that it comes with certain assumptions, and these assumptions now need to be defended. And sometimes they're defended to the death. People will kill each other over, some cryptocurrency or some money, even though cryptocurrency and money are just fictions. But they're very useful fictions, and if you can get enough people convinced of the fiction, it becomes indistinguishable from reality. So humans, we're constructing our own reality as we go. And that might seem on the one hand, it might seem great that we have so much power. On the other hand, with so much power, we end up bullshitting ourselves and getting lost in our own constructions, you see, like with organized religion. How many people have bullshitted themselves and completely lost their minds to organized religion? Millions and millions of people. And all sorts of craziness has come from that. War and torture and rape and molestation, and God knows what else has come from that. And it's fiction. it's fiction. And of course, we're not just picking on religion here, but like the media, science, politics, the military, cults, the New Age, business. It all works this way. A lot of business, you know how many businesses would go out of business if we removed all of the collective assumptions and groupthink and collective ego that exists within our culture that puts certain value on things? Like there are businesses that, cater to, having long eyelashes. There are like, I'm sure multi-billion-dollar, eyelash extensions are probably a multi-billion-dollar industry. And why? Why did people buy these eyelashes? Because somehow in our culture, we got the assumption that maybe guys will want to become your boyfriend if you have long eyelashes or something like that. They'll find you more attractive. There's an entire industry on plastic surgery. There's an entire industry on sports cars and tattoos and all sorts of weird investment schemes. And a lot of these are just based on these collective fictions that we come up with and various kinds of assumptions. And so when you start to question those, people will get angry at you because literally you're threatening their livelihoods. If I put out a video about how, you don't need eyelash extensions to get a boyfriend or husband, then, the people who make eyelash extensions will be upset at me for saying that, even though it might be true. Or maybe it's false. I don't know. Maybe the eyelash extensions do help you. I don't know. It's just a random example. So just understand that even though we're sort of dealing with philosophical, abstract issues here, it might seem like it's just sort of like very, immaterial stuff that we're talking about. We're talking about ideology. We're talking about belief systems and assumptions and groupthink like this. It makes it seem like it's kind of frivolous. It's just like, but then what you have to realize is that most of our society is built on this shit and functions on this shit. It functions on collective fictions. So yeah, don't be surprised when you start to question these collective fictions that your boss, your coworkers, your friends, your family, your spouse even, your children even, that they won't take kindly to this. Because you're disturbing their dream. You're robbing them of their illusions that they have spent a lifetime constructing. Because they're living in an illusion and they don't want to wake up.